Hi, Whole Healthers. It's Lucy here, half of the Whole Health Project with Rachel Fernley. I'm coming on here because I had a conversation last night that was really insightful, and I felt brought up some really simple but really important topics for coaches and healers who are looking to take their business to the next step. I was speaking to a friend who is a coach and a healer, and she was saying that she was really inspired by the level of success that Rachel and I are having, and how much space I have in, she lives down here where I am in the south of Bali. She's noticed how much space I have in my life, and I'm able to do the things that I love doing. Surfing, taking my dogs for a walk, and having space to see my friends and have time for myself. And she was explaining that when she is working towards something, a launch, or when she's taking her business to the next level, she will work really hard to do all the things and get all the things done. You know what it's like when you're doing a launch or you've got an event or something. It's just so many little things to do, and she ends up, all her other life stuff ends up in the back burner, and she ends up having to stop or at the end she's crashing and burning because she's so exhausted. I get that because I used to do all the things, and particularly years ago when I was working on my own, Rachel and I are business partners, but we've had solo projects and businesses on our own as well. But when I had yoga for city surfers, and when I was teaching a lot of surfers yoga, and that was my niche, I didn't have any support. I was a one-woman band, and I was doing all the things. And I did have extreme adrenal fatigue, and did crash and burn in quite a big way. But still, after that, I was still doing all the things for so many different, with my projects going on from there. And what Rachel and I have really committed to doing as soon as the Whole Health Project started, but also when we had our retreat company. I was running Pineapple House. She had that before I came on board as well as a solo venture. One of the things that we are really strict with ourselves, and we really encourage our clients to do, is to have a look at all the things that you're doing, all the admin stuff, all the, every part that is, every little part of the business that is part of the process of launching or creating an offer or an event or retreat or whatever it is that you're doing. Look at what it is that you're doing that someone else could be doing. Now, the catch in this is that, or not the catch that, or the trap that a lot of people fall into, is that if you are worried about money, if you're worried about your budget, if you're worried about time, then you find yourself going, oh, it's easier for me to do, or it's much cheaper and I'll save money if I don't have someone else to do this for you. I used to do that, so I totally get that. And what Rachel and I have been really committed to doing is writing down anytime we're doing something that someone else could do, and then getting support from someone to do it. Now, it's a step-by-step process. It's not like you can just write down everything and then employ someone and bam, they do it, because you might not have the budget for that right now, and the other thing is that you do have to train someone. We've got 2 virtual assistants, and it's been a process, and they're great and they're amazing, and they help so much with our business now, but it is a process. So what's the other part that we have to be really strict with ourselves is, it's easy to just go, oh, it's just easy if I just do that right now. Sometimes when you're in lead up to an event or a launch, then you don't have that time. But what we've done is we write down every time that we have something that someone else could be helping us with, and we make sure afterwards that we get support. that we outsource that to a virtual assistant. Maybe it's a personal assistant. Maybe you get someone on Fiverr or one of the websites where you get tasks, you set out tasks for other people to help you. The reason why we do this is because we know that it is so important for us to stay at the top as CEO role. And when you're starting out a business as well, you might be like, CEO role for my, coaching, just for my coaching. You might not think of yourself as a CEO. You think maybe as a CEO is like a big business or has lots of staff. You might not have any support right now, but think of yourself as CEO of your business. And as CEO, what support do you need so you can stay at that role? You can stay at the top where you're working on the business, the next ideas, the content, the creation, and not in the business, as in the emails, the automation emails, the posts, the admin, the accounts, all that stuff that someone else could be doing. So if you are someone that your launches or your business goes up and down because you have a launch, you're doing all the things, you exhaust yourself, you end up having to take time out, it feels daunting to start up again, you're having to gear yourself up, maybe even give up and you try again somewhere else, then if it's something that that you is a program or whatever it is that transforms people's lives, and you're in this because you have a gift and because that you can support people. So if it's something that you're passionate about and you're here and you're watching this video because you are passionate about what you do and that you can help people, then next time you find yourself doing something, even if it's the little things like, I'm just going to get support for an hour a week to schedule social media posts, or and then it's like, actually, I'm going to get someone to set up Xero for me. Xero is an accounting program that we use to do our accounts. And think of what else you can do and just write it down. Be like, when it's available, this is going to be the next thing that I invest in. Because giving yourself time and space is one of the best things you can invest for your business. I've got my little pooch down here. You see, who's wriggling around. Giving yourself space and time is so important, for your energy, and you're a coach, you're a healer, so that you need to, give yourself space. Give yourself space to do your practices, to have those times where the information and the inspiration and the creativity can come through. If you don't, then you just end up staying in the mind and it just gets really busy and you're tired, and worst comes to the worst, you give up and go back to a job that you're not passionate about. So give yourself as much space and know that staying in that CEO role will benefit your business so much. And Rachel and I now have our 2 VAs. They've got an assistant to help with us because, we've given them so much work because we kept being strict with ourselves. That's a job that I don't need to be doing. We set a task for our VAs to do. And it's great. Honestly, it's such a relief to have that space. And I know then that the work that I'm doing, the work that Rachel's doing, is really living in my zone of genius. And don't get me wrong, we still come up with things. We're like, this needs to be a system. This needs to be. We need to work it out so that we're not doing this because it's a waste of our time. It's a process, and you don't just employ someone for 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week, and then put yourself in financial hardship if that's the position you're in, if you're not able to invest that at the moment. But it's a work in progress, and it starts with just the little things, like get someone else to schedule your social media. Oh, here comes the building site next door. I'll sign off so you don't have to listen to that. Get the little things signed off, get some support, and know that it's benefiting your business and therefore your clients and the space you have in your life for the long term. So I wanted to just speak about that. Having space in your business is so important. Be strict with yourself about passing on tasks, and just notice how much more freedom it gives you as well. But it comes with being courageous to begin with, because at the beginning it's like, oh, it's my baby, I don't want to pass it on to someone else. But you cannot grow your business by doing all the things. And it's not that you get to a level of success and then you get support. No, you get support from the beginning. You get support with the little things and just grow little by little. We're so lucky to be able to have, contact virtual assistants across the world. And for them to have a structured business where they can take on an hour or 2 hours a week. And it just helps you to free up space, and then you can live your life, because you're not here to be a slave to your work. You're here to channel, download. I don't always like those terms, but bring in inspiration, do the things that you love, so that you can pass that on and make even more transformation and bigger shifts for your clients. So I think that's it for today. I just wanted to hop on and while that was all fresh, pass that on to you. Write in a comment if you have burnt out before, if you find yourself just doing all the things. Write in a comment and commit in the comment as well to how much what the next thing it is that you're going to pass on to someone else to get support over. And we're really looking forward to celebrating that with you, because it's just one little step, and it's the step in the right direction. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Bye.